So this is just a quick meeting. Okay. So yesterday we were kind of actually looking at the open interest, etc., etc. So I need not repeat that again. Okay. So yesterday when we had a look at the open interest, all these things, we kind of realized for ourselves, Nifty, the first probable good resistance could be at 15,200. So 15,200 could be the good resistance for Nifty, and 15,000 first. So based on that, we thought, okay, we'll select the 15,200. So 15,200 also has some good operators that is staying with it. Right, yesterday's discussion, we discussed that already. So first 15,000 followed by that 15,200, they could act as the significant resistance levels for Nifty the coming week. Now, the reason why we didn't do iron condor, that also we discussed last week. Why? Because we are kind of actually a bit uncertain about the downside. Why? Because last week market has been quite a bit unstable, right? Then one more thing, I'll just show you. Like, I guess you can see my screen. Yeah. So one more thing, I'll just show you. If you click on Obstra, so as I have shared with you on Discord. Okay. If you just click on Obstra, and there is this page where you can actually see the FIDA data. Okay, you can actually have a look at the FIDA data. Just take that out also for you. So that is like, if you click on this particular, this is also free to use. You do not have the paid subscription or something like that. Free version itself we can do. Okay, so if you click on this particular section, FIDA, and we are specifically interested in having a look at the FIA or DI derivative. So this thing you can do it on Friday itself. Okay, to get a outlook. See, I told you we'll be doing only on Monday. There's no loading. Sorry. So over here, if I see, this is last Friday's data, Friday's closing, we realize that FIAs have created 79,200 contracts on the long side, 45,400 on the short side. That is net buy is 33,000. Long calls 2,27,000. Short calls 1,59,000. So these many short calls are there, these many long calls are there. So the net calls are positive. On the other hand side, on the long puts, okay, we see something interesting. 3,58,000 contracts are there. Short puts 1,87,000. Okay, so that makes the net puts as 1,70,000. So net on net, when we see the total short positions created by FIAs are 5,63,000. Total long positions are 4,93,000. So that is the net position they have created are short. Now talking about the proprietary as well as the domestic institutional investors, they have also created short positions. So they also kind of actually have short positions at the moment. Okay, so they are also kind of having short positions. Now, and it is only the client side. It is the retailers who are majorly long. Okay. So my personal expectation at this point of time is that we can have some sort of a slightly bearish sentiment. Okay, so we can have some sort of a slightly bearish sentiment looking at the data. Why? Because FIs are on the short side as per the data, and I'm personally doing that also only. So even though, see, even when markets are slightly bearish, we can do an iron condor because slightly bearish, right? And yesterday in our analysis, yesterday in the analysis that we have done, so I have actually shown to you, we have actually discussed with each other that whenever we are kind of actually doing, whenever we are kind of actually doing covered calls with 400% buffer on the upside, okay, that is 400% above, 400 points above slides we are selecting for doing cover calls, we actually have an accuracy of around 93%, right? So same logic I adopted today. So same logic only I did today. So what I have done is, I have selected the 15,200 call option when market is at 14,700. So 15,200 is actually 300 plus 200. It is 500 points above. Okay, it is not just 400 points. Rather, it is actually 500 points above. This one. So it is actually 500 points above, not just 400. So 500 points above means more probability is there of succeeding. It will actually be a bit more better than the accuracy of selecting a strike that is 400 points above. Now you would be like asking, okay, why did this guy take 400, 500 points when our studies and our reports show that 400 points is the one that is giving us the best results? Okay, so thing is, markets are a bit strange these days. And one more thing I just wanted to mention to you is, recently we have some sort of big gap up, gap downs and all are happening. And I just want to do, I don't want to do any sort of an adjustment, or I kind of don't want to do anything at all. And when I'm getting fairly good, decent returns with a 500 point above strike, then why should I kind of go for a 400 point? For 500 point is kind of actually doing the job for us. So that is why this has been done. So this trade has also been published. I have also published this trade on Sensible. I'll show you that also. Yeah, so I have published this trade on Sensible as well at this moment. Okay, and yeah, so Sensible I have actually published it that it has 3 sets. Why? Because Sensible people, they don't count any profits. Lately only realized any profit that is below 800 rupees or something, they don't count it as a winning trade. So I have done in 3 lots. Okay, so that my trade counts. Okay, so this has been also published on Sensible, and we also have data backing us. Okay, data backing us on top of the on the basis of the backtest that we have done. Along with that, looking at the data also, market is looking slightly bearish. Okay, so looking at the data also, market is looking slightly bearish. So we have deployed this. Now you guys will be like, what if market picks up? As I mentioned to you, we can think about selling put options. We'll convert this into an iron condor if market picks up. Let's say market is coming to almost a 15,000 range. We'll think about converting this position into an iron condor by selling put and keeping a hedge. Premium would be less that we are going to collect, but still, then if again, once again, it kind of moves beyond our break even. Let's say market is kind of the premium is becoming triple or something. We'll think about exiting that position at a loss. So as per our studies, we know at max you should take a 4K loss. So after that, we'll do a double martingale, something like that. Depends on our view. Now, talking about the downside, if you're looking forward for an aggressive position, I would request you to actually check out for something like a bear put spread or some sort of a, see now Nifty is approaching the lower levels. You can think about short positions if you're trading direction. So as far as the non-directional, like as far as the option selling point of view is concerned, this is the thing that we have done, and we are looking forward to capture like a 1.2 to 1.3 or maybe a 1.4 percentage this week with this. And this is our second week of the challenge. I hope you guys are following. See, if you understand why we didn't do iron condor, I'm more than happy. Why? Because we don't want to sell the puts. Why? Because we are a bit uncertain about the downside. That's why we are only selling the call option. Okay, so thank you. So let's see how this week goes. So I'm not into any directional weeks this week. I won't be kind of taking any directional trades, like a bit occupied with some office work and some activities happening here. So it is purely non-directional I'll be doing this week. Only the selling part I'll be doing this for the weekly expiry. That's it. So thank you all. So I hope all of you are capable of following me. Okay. And